It seems like yesterday it was late August and we were just starting the season. Now we've hit November. Will it be a day to fear the turtle? That's what the Terrapin fans of Maryland are hoping for as we hit the most important month of the college football season. It's November. And with that, the Home Depot Big Ten on CBS brings us to CQ Stadium in College Park, Maryland. And our matchup, the Terps at home against the number 2 team in the country, the Hoosiers of Indiana. As you take a look at the Big Ten standings, Ohio State a winner today, so they go to 8-0 and 5-0. Indiana, likewise, with the same record atop the Big Ten. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler with Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, and Gene Steratore. Partner, Indiana's right where they were a year ago, 8-0. They're number 2 in the country. They're chasing their dream. Last year they were a little bit of a surprise. They're not surprising anybody right now, but now we hit November and every game gets more important.
Yeah, and a lot of people are saying IU is a lock for the playoffs. Well, they want more than that. A year ago they went into the playoffs and played that road game. And they want to enter the playoffs. They want to keep winning. The expectations now is going to create pressure for them because they want to keep winning into that Big Ten championship game and either get a bye or a home playoff game.
A little more pressure on their defense today, too. Aiden Fisher, their sensational middle linebacker, I think Gary's favorite defensive player in the Big Ten. He is very much a question mark today, though. He was out there for warm-ups. Let's talk about the Maryland Terrapins. They started the season 4-0. Over the course of the last month, they've lost 3 games by a total of 10 points. That's hard luck, man.
Yeah.
But the face of the franchise is a guy you and I have been looking forward to see.
And Malik Washington is really a good football player. He's been brought along slowly in this for the season. I think smartly, and you can see the potential he has to leading this football team, not only this year, but down the road. But to finish, that's the challenge. He's got them there, as Ness said, 3 times. Can he get them over the goal line to win a big game?
Curt Cignetti, who just inked another new contract in his second year, 19-2 over those 2 seasons so far. On the other side, Mike Locksley, 3rd longest tenured coach in the Big Ten in year 7, 37-44 on the season. 14th matchup between these 2 teams, and it is a football beautiful day in College Park. Little windy. It was worse yesterday, wind gust-wise. The 14th all-time meeting. Maryland's won 3 of the last 4. Maryland won the toss and deferred. So Indiana's going to get the football first. Philip Noyes to kick off. Roman Emby back to receive. And from the 4-yard line, it'll be Hemby. And Hemby had a little bit of crease, and then he got decked at about the 29-yard line. And here comes the Hoosiers offense, and that means Fernando Mendoza. Sensational numbers, 73% completion, 24 touchdown passes, leads the country. We'll have more on him from Jenny here in a second.
Yeah, middle linebacker Colton Smith put a hit on him, didn't he, on that kickoff?
Did he ever? There's the numbers for Mendoza against UCLA last time out. Hemby behind him and now flanks him to the left. Mendoza to throw on first down. Fires far side. Completes. Going to be a short gain as we check in with Jenny Dell.
Well, Brad, there's been a fun little catchphrase going around. Heisman-Doza chants have been breaking out. He's now the favorite to win the award. Now, with that spotlight growing, he reached out to former Heisman Trophy winner in Matt Leinart for advice. Now, when Cignetti heard that, he pulled his quarterback aside. He reminded him the focus stays on the team, not the talk. Mendoza took that to heart, deleting his social media accounts. Guys, like it or not, that Heisman push continues today here at Maryland.
It's kind of hard not to hear it. From the 33, Hemby bounces off, got a couple of yards. It'll bring up 3rd down. And Hemby's a guy to watch. Former Maryland player. He's here 4 years. He's going to run into his old buddy Daniel Wingate at some point, who's a leading tackler right
there,
now.
yes. He just did it.
Those 2 used to practice together. Now those 2 used to practice together. Now they're playing against each other. 3rd down and 4. And Indiana is best in the country at 3rd down conversions.
and this is normal. Usually they're controlling those short yardage 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5.
Four-man rush. Mendoza fires near side. It's intercepted. Picked off by Glasgow. Down the sideline. What a play for the Maryland defense. That's their 15th interception of the season. And only the 4th thrown by Mendoza.
And that's the 3rd consecutive game now that Glasgow has had an INT. He squats on this one. He plays the down and distance. He guesses the throw. There's the matchup right there, man to man. They go at it, and watch this. He's going to go outside technique. He knows he's got help inside, and he guesses, and he reads the route. What a play for this turnover machine, by the way, for Maryland.
They are. They're plus 11 in the turnover category. 2nd in the country coming in with those 14 interceptions.
Now here's the challenge. This is where Maryland has had trouble scoring in the red zone. They're one of the worst in college football.
Juwan Williams, the tailback. And he'll get the call. And got only a yard. Just that quickly, we see Malik Washington running the show, the freshman who's put up sensational numbers, some of the best by true freshmen in the entire country. As you take a look at those, and it's going to be 2nd down here, trying to take advantage of the interception.
Just to give you an example, Maryland has been in the red zone 26 times this year, and they only have 11 touchdowns, 133rd in the FBS out of 136.
Now it's Nolan Ray, the tailback. Washington to the air. Got it down around the 6. And got it to Octavian Smith.
And as you've seen, Isaiah Jones, number 46, making that tackle. He's in there. Watch them. They play a lot of zone. They close on those tackles, and Isaiah Jones is not a bad backup for a middle linebacker.
No
One
doubt.
of the 3 that play all the time.
Well, this would be a huge stop for the Indiana defense if they can get off the field with just a field goal. 3rd down conversions have not been good for Maryland either, but they've got a golden opportunity here from the 6-yard line. Washington moves to his left, in a lot of trouble. And incomplete, probably a good thing it was incomplete, intended for Dorian Fleming. Incomplete, and they'll bring up a field goal try.
Yeah, you could see it right there. The 1st down run, they wanted to run the ball inside the 20 today, did not gain much. Now 3rd down play. Look, there's really nowhere to go with the ball. Everybody's blanketed. Trying to throw on the run isn't going to work, and the pursuit by that pass rush, enough for him to try to dump it off. A win for this IU defense.
No doubt. Brings out Sean O'Hare.
And more of the same for the Maryland red zone offense.
This will be a 24-yard field goal attempt by Sean O'Hare. He's only missed 2 kicks ever over his 2-year career, both field goals and extra points. And this one's up and true as well. Well, they were hoping for a touchdown, but a stop by the Indiana defense. The 4th interception of the year by Jamari Glasgow. Couldn't quite take it to the house. Only the 4th thrown by Mendoza all season, but he got away with it a little bit.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diane.
A little bit here, the little parts of the game, hustling just a bit. Omar Cooper's coming across an interception, and he hustles to save the play. It wasn't just the defense that held him to 3. Cooper doesn't, and also Carter Smith. There was no place to cut back those little plays. The other question was, as much as you're struggling to score a touchdown, does Coach Loxley say, do I go for it down there? He took the points. I agree with that.
Yeah, I do too, especially this early. Get out in front of Indiana. That's something most people don't do. They beat opponents by an average of 34.5 points a game. So any points you can muster, get them while you can.
Yeah, how about defensive coordinator Ted Monachino said to us, we're going to man up on these guys, and they did on that first play.
It'll be MB from the 10-yard line. Roman got to the 25. That's it. That's where Indiana will go to work for the 2nd time this afternoon. Hit every highlight with CBS Sports HQ. Streaming free 24/7. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. You can catch Gary joining the HQ team after our game this afternoon.
You know, another thing I've noticed is Maryland is going downwind here, and they've short kicked it to Himby both times. I think he's challenged his team that we want to put hits on him early with his kickoff team.
Again, the former Maryland tailback. He's the leading rusher for Indiana. And here he comes, and they put a lick on him after a 2-yard gain that time, too. Edie Holmes made the tackle. Jalen Husky out for the first half of this game because of this hit in the last game against UCLA. Targeting. So the starting safety, and that means Messiah Delhomme is the guy that's the third safety, so basically is starting today in that Maryland secondary.
Yeah, he's playing the field safety in this lineup right there.
Mendoza in trouble. Doesn't get sacked much, but he did there. Nice job by Evan Thomas first. And he got help from his friends.
Was it Sidney Stewart, number 29, that also got in there?
Thomas,
Inside
98.
rush, and then Stewart cleans it up at the end. He actually punched at the ball, too, trying to get a turnover. Wow. Look at this start for the Maryland defense.
Thomas, a 328-pounder, and then Stewart, the guy that's going to be a star, a freshman. As Gary said, cleans up. And that is the 23rd sack of the season by the Maryland defense. They're opportunistic, man.
They sure are.
Third down at 16. Here comes a blitz. And right over Himby. Just gets bulldozed by David Wingate and Lavian Scruggs.
Well, I'll tell you, they're coming after him. This time it's LaVane Scruggs, as Ness called it, coming from the secondary, bringing that extra man. They are attacking this IU offense. Coming from off the play this time, right here in him, unblocked. You're going to have to pick that up with a running back. They can't do it. They got 2-on-1, and IU fortunate they didn't turn that ball over twice in this series.
So Indiana on the road in the first 5 minutes has been outplayed by the Terrapins.
And a penalty.
And Mitch McCarthy's already standing in his own end zone.
False start. Offense number 80. 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
And remember, IU's punting into the wind here. Maryland should end up with excellent field position.
Farouk waiting on the punt. And that one's going to roll dead around the 45-yard line. As Gary said, perfect field position for their second offensive set. Not a good start for Indiana, but a great start for the Maryland defense, including an interception and then a big sack and then running over Roman Himby. Hilarious. New DMV CBS Monday, 8:30, 7:30 Central Time as we check in with Jenny Dell.
Yeah, well, Indiana linebacker Aiden Fisher, he left last week's game against UCLA early with a lower body injury. It seemed to be focused around his knee. We were told he is a game-time decision. He warmed up in uniform, but he remains on the sideline, guys. He's not entered the game, no helmet in his hands. Signetti told me they have a linebacker rotation all year long, so he's expecting Isaiah Jones to continue his strong play.
Isaiah Jones will be the green dot guy. He's listening to every play call, though, as you can see with the earpiece in. And there's Isaiah taking that spot of Aiden Fisher's. First down, second series offensively, and that one skips off the hands of the intended receiver, DeJuan Williams. Incomplete. Players to watch in this game looking for explosive plays, and Shalik Knotts is a guy that could help the cause for Maryland's offense. D'Angelo Pons, one of the guys that'll be covering him today. An All-American, second-team All-American a year ago for Indiana. And this has been a problem all year long, running the ball. They get a couple out of that. They'll bring up third down and 8.
Part of the game plan for Maryland, and when we met with Pep Hamilton, their offensive coordinator, he said, if we run the ball, we want to attack the middle of the IU defensive line. There it is in the middle, Pep right there. Longtime coordinator. Stint at Michigan in the Big Ten, so he's familiar with this football.
So third down and 8 for Malik Washington and company. Washington waits, fires off his back foot, had a guy open and missed him. Incomplete. It was Octavian Smith again.
Well, I'll tell you right now, as Hosea Wheeler, number 0, if he had not put pressure on him, it would have been an easy throw and completion on coming from the right side. Oh, he loops in and puts it, 2 of them actually in there on him. If he'd had 1/2 more second, that pass rush saved a big play, forced the wide throw. That's what this IU football team is. They're just solidly built, you know, all different areas.
Bryce McPherson, the punter, and Jonathan Brady waits on the other end. Lets it go and goes out. Let's see, at about the 7-yard line.
So it's been a horrible start for IU in this football game, basically half the first quarter almost, but just a 3-0 game. They have survived it.
And they have faced every adversity through an 8-0 start. Nothing spooky for them so far. Presented by the Home Depot, Gary.
Yeah, IU is not rolling yet, and you would think if you have a Heisman quarterback, it's going to be built about the passing game, but that is not just the case with this Hoosier offense. They get you in every way. Great blocking offensive line, keep you off balance, but they do run the ball. And they're just not a yank it downfield. They're screening you. They're keeping you off balance in the passing game. And then Mendoza does what he has to do. Well balanced, making the plays they have to all year. Just to give you an example, Heisman Trophy quarterback, he's only thrown more than 30 passes in 2 games all year.
Well, he's pretty effective when he throws. So far, not today. And here's probably their best play of the day so far. The first 2 series for IU, 3 plays, 5 yards and an interception. Their last series, 3 plays, minus 16 yards and a punt.
Yeah, it wasn't hard to pick out a good play right here. They do get a little bit of a push up front, get what they need on first down. That's exactly what a running offense wants. Remember, one change in this offensive line for IU, starters have started every game all year, but Drew Evans, left guard, will not be playing. In there, Mahalski, number 75, Zen Mahalski.
They fake it to Kalon Black, throw out on the flat, and not going to get the first down. Omar Cooper, and it's going to bring up 3rd down again, 3rd and a couple.
Watch Jamari Glasker, number 14 here, take the outside of this play and force the ball inside to the help. Watch him take the outside shoulder of the blocker and force it back inside. That's how you play defense.
3rd down and 2. 3 receivers to Mendoza's right. They'll keep it on the ground, and they get the first down. And extra yardage as Kalon Black keeps driving the legs.
Transfer Pat Coogan from Notre Dame. Watch what the center does on the combo block on this play. Makes it go. Helps the guard, and then finds the middle linebacker. Beautiful job.
Kalon Black and Roman Hemby basically do the same things. They both came in with over 500 yards rushing. And that was the best run so far today.
Nothing like a running game to settle things down.
Absolutely. First down. They'll keep running, and it's Black again. He's running tough for about 7 more yards before Daniel Wingate brings him down.
Kalon Black is one of those 13 James Madison transfers that this program was rebuilt on. Kurt Signetti's JMU guys, one of the holdovers, effective at JMU, but a good 1-2 combination for this IU Hoosier offense.
4 years at James Madison. He gets a breather and a drink of water as Hemby comes back in at the tailback spot. And now it's Roman. And Roman's got a first down, dragging his would-be tackler Cam Rice with him.
I'll tell you, Pat Coogan, again, we saw some great Iowa offensive center play, but watch Coogan again, help left. Remember, that's a new guy to his left over there playing guard, helps, and then fills again on the middle linebacker.
That's a veteran move.
Isn't that a good one?
It's a good one.
He knows he's got a new guy over there. Mahalski has not played a lot of snaps this year. Only 36 in the last 7 games, but he's starting today.
Now after those runs, a 3 wide out offense on a first down. And they will keep running it. Hemby, 2 or 3. Jenny.
Yeah, real quick, guys. Elijah Surratt is now in the injury tent for the second time since this game started. I'm trying to figure out what exactly is going on. I'll update you as soon as I know, but he is not out on the field.
He is their leading receiver in yardage, receptions, and touchdowns with 10.
Yeah, Charlie Baker, number 80, is his substitute in there right now in the slot.
Second down and 8 from just inside the 41. And that one batted in the air, incomplete. Ian Thomas or Cam Rice, somebody got a paw.
Yeah, it was Ian Thomas, number 98, that got it. Another pressure. This pass offense has not been pressured like this. Only 43 times this year has this offensive line had pressure, the defense had pressure on Mendoza. So far, we've seen 3 or 4 of them.
And another third down and 8. The last time they were sacked and lost yardage on third down in their previous offensive possession. Mendoza fires down the middle, completes it. And on the run for a first down is Omar Cooper.
You picked the word perfectly. He fired that. Mendoza loves to throw the ball over the middle of the field. Attacks the middle field as good as any quarterback in college football. He guns this one in there.
Pick up a 22, biggest play of the day for the IU offense so far. And the first trip into Maryland territory for the Hoosiers. First down at the 38. And now it's Mendoza on the keeper. And Fernando's got a big gain down inside the 20.
Well, it doesn't happen often, but we showed you in that little package that he does have the ability to get outside the pocket. This is one of those zone reads. Getting a lot of pressure from the defensive ends, keeps it.
A little bit of tempo now for Indiana's offense. Quick throw out in the flat, and it's Cooper again. Cooper, a little hesitation, a stiff arm, and he might have a first down.
Pass complete, Omar Cooper Jr.
Good looking run after catch by Omar Cooper.
Did Charlie Baker get away with a little hold on this one? I thought he grabbed the defender. Let's see what happens to him right here at the left side of the screen. Watch him. Yeah, he kind of pulls him down on the play. Becker, excuse me. Thank you. Got the Charlie part of it right.
At the 9-yard line, it is first and goal. Red zone is a good spot for Indiana's offense this year. Kaylon Black got to about the 7. Carlton Smith made the tackle. This is what Jenny was talking about, going back. Surratt, kind of a little bit of a limp and grabs maybe his hamstring on the right side.
Did it happen on the interception play? Or was he chasing it down? Because you could tell he was hurt prior to that play.
2 tight ends for Indiana. Second down and goal. Trying to take the lead here in the first quarter. And that one's not going to gain anything. Nice job by the Maryland defense, and Thomas again from the interior made first hit on Kaylon Black.
Yeah, I wonder if Mike Shanahan looks at that one and says, I wonder if my quarterback could have kept that one. I thought he had the zone read key for the walk into the end zone.
That guy's had a good first quarter.
He sure has.
Third down and goal. Indiana 39 out of 44 in the red zone, and 33 of those have been touchdowns. And they're looking for one here on third down at the 7-yard line. Mendoza, quarterback draw. He's going to walk in. Touchdown, Indiana. And Coogan was the lead man. He didn't have to touch anybody.
I think Mike Shanahan might have seen what I saw, that the quarterback should have kept it last time. He went with a quarterback run on that one.
Player.
Goes in motion, middle linebacker leaves the box. He knew it before the ball was snapped.
What a drive by Indiana. Khalil Benson is the guy shaking up the right tackle, and he's going to hop his way to the sideline.
And remember, coming into this game, not one offensive lineman for IU had missed one start. Now they could be down 2 of them. Right here, right tackle.
Well,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
just a
you can
drop
see-
step, and he just
absolutely.
kind of came up lame on his own. Mendoza walked in
And
for the
with
score.
and the number of snaps these guys have had, they've had in the 500s their offensive line through the whole season. No one else has played.
Radicic in for the point after. Up and good.
What a drive.
What a drive it was. 93 yards in 13 plays. 6 minutes and 42 seconds to get the lead. Fernando Mendoza, first down the keeper that went 22 yards, got him down in the red zone. And then once in the red zone, he said, let me try that one more time. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, and Indiana's in front.
Influences aren't new. Don't call it a comeback.
The NFL's greatest rivalries, Mahomes and the Chiefs to take on Josh Allen and the Bills. All starts noon Eastern. JB and the guys live in Buffalo on the NFL Today. Plus get up early with NFL Today. Plus you can always count on Sundays with NFL on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. They're setting up there in Buffalo. Of course, JB's there. He's kind of running the show. Nate and Bill and Matt are out having a latte or something. Anyway, that'll be fun tomorrow.
That's your job. Play by play. You got to be there first.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. 2:11 remaining first quarter. And Indiana, after a 93-yard drive for the touchdown, has the lead.
The rest of us just fly by the seat of our pants here, you know.
Iverson Howard waiting on Quinn Warren's kick. And a yard and a half deep. He'll take a knee. And we'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. Malik Washington bringing out the Maryland offense. He walked into our meeting yesterday, and I looked at Gary and I said, he's a quarterback? 6'5", 230 pounds. Really nice chat we had with him yesterday. He is the face of the franchise right now.
Yeah, I mean, nothing so far from this Maryland offense. Got the field position, do not have a first down. 8 yards.
DeJuan Williams, the tailback in the pistol behind Washington. Going to be a quick throw, wide receiver screen, got a couple of blocks, and down the sideline, best play of the day, and it's Farouk with about a 20-yard gain.
Yeah, absolutely. You said it. A couple key blocks. Jalil Farouk takes it. Good block outside by Webb, the first block, and then inside, Knott's got a good block.
Spotted at the 46-yard line of the first down. Three wide out grouping for Washington. Blitz coming off the corner. Sidearm throw down the sideline, incomplete. It was intended for Punch Knots. Take a look at some of the true freshman quarterbacks around the country this year, and you see his numbers stack up with all of them, if not better.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Played well, as I said, very consistent all years, had the same type of games, just not quite finishing. And that's not all just the quarterback.
Right.
You know, they don't really have a really go-to receiver on their football team. A bunch of good ones, I don't think a great one.
They've got a bunch down to the right side of the bottom of your screen right now. The three wides that way. Going to try the same play the other direction. A spin move and only about a yard gain as Amari Farrell made the stop on Jalil Farouk.
Now remember, on these plays, the quarterback is deciding with the box where to go with that throw. If he feels he's got the better numbers outside, he goes to that one. That is well defended by the IU secondary.
Number one makes the tackle on number one, and we're down to 1 to go. First quarter here in College Park. Empty backfield. 5 receiver group. And Washington looking left the whole way. And fires complete.
Wow.
And he's got Caleb Webb.
Wow, that was about a 35-yard throw on that play. Outside receivers coming in, a little bit of a bend in. Malik Washington's feeling the pressure. He'll rush inside. He can see it right into the face of the rush. He stepped in and made that throw.
Caleb Webb, big play. That's what they were looking for, is some explosives. And they'll take that one.
Yeah, block well on one play, come back and get the pass.
25-yard pickup to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, and now Washington under center. And whistles blow this one dead. And a flag. Is that our first flag of the day?
Prior to the ball being snapped.
Second one, I
We'll
guess.
start. Offense number 82. 5-yard penalty. It's still first down.
It was on Daniel Owens, one of the tight ends.
Yeah, one of the newer ones. We listed 4 that we were told that Owens would play in the game. He's attached on this play. Yep,
Just leaned a little bit.
A little bit, caught.
And it'll bring the first quarter to a close. So Maryland on a drive. We'll see if they can continue that drive as we move to quarter number 2 on their home field. Trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Indiana trying to go to 9-0 and 6-0 in Big Ten play. The day after Halloween, turtle time in College Park, but it's the Hoosiers who are at front.
Everybody's loving that Grubhub deal with Prime, huh?
Offense, first 2 drives did nothing. Then went 13 plays, 93 yards. That was huge. Now Maryland converts 3rd and 9. We got to get something done on defense. So we knew it was going to be this kind of game. The mistakes are our own doing, and we got to play better.
That about sums it up, Kurt. Washington throws, and he's intercepted. Picked off by Caden Turner.
I'll tell you, Mikhail Kamara, number 6, or Stephen Daly, number 8. I cannot tell which one put the pressure inside on the throw to force the throw. He did not see the defender at all coming out of it and makes the play. What an oven by Turner. It was Kamara. Has not had a big year like last year with the pass rush, but on that one, he forced the turnover, his pass rush.
That's the 12th interception of the year for the Indiana defense. And Caden Turner with a big one there as Maryland had a drive going, as Coach Cignetti was talking about. We got to come up with something on defense. Well, number 14 just did.
That's pretty good something.
Yep. So they take over at the 22-yard line. Caden Black. And he's still driving. Got it out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jenny with an injury update for us, I think.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Cignetti there. He said Elijah Surratt dealing with a tight hamstring. They just put a black wrap around his right thigh, so he's hoping he can get back in there. As far as right tackle Khalil Benson goes, he limped into the injury tent. They wrapped up his left ankle. Coach said Benson normally acts like he's dying out there, but he'll probably be back.
Well, I can add another one for you, Jenny. Caden Turner just had that interception, just limped off the sideline. And he may also be heading to the tent. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, and 67 is in the game, Benson.
Black got to the 30-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and a couple.
I think Coach Cignetti might be right. Watch Khalil Benson. Watch him just wing right into this block and just push his man right down in front of him. Go in front of him. That creates the whole perfect job by the right tackle. Cignetti knows his guys, doesn't he?
He does. He knows when they got to go and maybe when they do have to go to the tent. Mendoza, quarterback draw all the way. And another gain before he gets down. It's 1st down, Indiana.
Kalon block. Watch him get the block on this one right here. Blitzing linebacker, they cross blitz. Watch him pick it up. Cross blitz by the linebacker. He waits, he's patient, picks it up. Mendoza goes right off his block.
So he's had 3 big runs already today in the first half.
Everything that you see about IU, you think well coached. You know, I mean, they just do the right thing so many times.
So from the 37-yard line, Mendoza in the shotgun. Looking left, going in the seams. Got a big gainer here. And it's Charlie Becker. Becker stumbles a little bit, then comes back, and he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. So playing in there with Surratt out and Becker with a big gain.
Yeah, inside they just crossed one receiver with another. Becker goes down there 8 yards, turns around and runs with it. The little bit of the motion on the play confused the Maryland man-to-man coverage.
They got it at the 11-yard line, and now it's Hemby. And Roman Hemby goes for 3 or 4.
Right across that well-coached offensive line for IU. Smith, Evans when he's in there, not playing today, Coogan, Lynch, and Benson. A lot of experience up there.
Well, after that 52-yard pass and catch to Becker, Indiana knocking on the door again at the 7-yard line. Roman Hemby going wide, got a blocker in front, puts his head down and drives inside the 2-yard line. And that's going to be good for a first down.
Let's see how he runs behind his pads, makes people miss, and runs people over.
And one of the guys he ran over, and there's a look at Roman Hemby, 4 seasons here at Maryland. One of the guys that, as Gary said, ran over is still down on one knee for the Maryland defense. They spotted this at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, is it just short? I think it's going to be 3rd and a half yard.
The stick was at the 12. The ball is at inside the 2. I thought it was 1st and goal. I guess it's going to be 3rd down and the length of the football, or maybe inches.
Yeah, and I would definitely think that Mike Shanahan has gotten instructions that this is 4-down territory.
So you see the ball just inside the 2. They can get a first down by just leaning forward. 2 tight ends in there, and Hemby is the tailback. And you know they wouldn't mind getting him a touchdown against his former team. He's to Mendoza's left on 3rd down and a couple feet. He gets the call, and he's trying to get to the first down. He's definitely not going to get to the end zone. I don't think he got to the first down marker either.
It was stood up right at the line of scrimmage right away. Watch this play get stood up right at the start of it. Inside, then they try to pull him in on the play, but they don't. And IU's going to go field goal.
Wow. That surprises me a little bit. I can tell by the inflection in your voice, it surprises you a little bit.
Well, I called it 4-down territory, so guess not. He wants the points.
Niko Radicic from 20 yards out gives Indiana a 7-point lead. And the long pass play to Charlie Becker after the interception by Caden Turner. But they only come away with a field goal.
Use T.J. Harden in for the win. And here they come, celebrating their first home win over a top 10 team since 1974. And Rhett Lashley celebrates his contract extension in style with a few thousand of his closest friends. 26-20 in OT. Carson Beck, costly interception. Guys, back to you.
That's how you make bank. Sign a new contract and then beat Miami.
Yeah, and that's another game for Carson Beck with a costly interception at the end of the game.
Home Depot Big Ten on CBS. 4.5 minutes into the second quarter. Our staff spent most of last night carving those pumpkins that you just saw as we put up the score now. 10-3 after the 76-yard drive following the interception, but having to settle for 3 points. And just a 7-point difference here. Quinn Warren to kick off, and Maryland will bring it out to the 25-yard line.
So the matchup is Dylan Fontes, 46 against Khalil Benson. He's actually outside right here, but at the snap, he shifts inside and beats him, Benson, on the play. Watch this. He's outside high, then he comes inside, and he wins the battle. He wins the one-on-one battle and gets cleaned up afterwards. That's a 4-point play.
Yeah, no doubt. Maryland defense is salty.
Absolutely.
They're young at some spots, but they've come to play today, and they have been opportunistic all year long.
I'll tell you what's not salty.
The sacks.
The running game for Maryland.
Yeah,
they got nothing.
Non-existent right now. Let's see if they can get something going this time. Nolan Ray is the tailback, and Malik is under center. And they'll give it to Ray. And there's non-existent for you. And let's get an update from Jenny.
Yeah, Hoosier linebacker Caden Turner, he was in the injury tent, overheard him saying he felt like his calf popped. He came out, was trying to warm up on the sideline, grabbed his helmet. I believe he's going to try and play. Remember, this is a big deal with Aiden Fisher already sidelined, guys.
So that big interception, but hurt on the play. Here's the throw and catch. And it's Caleb Webb again.
Well, you can see the potential that Malik Washington has as a quarterback. I mean, stands tall, has a wonderful arm. Coaches rave about his poise in the pocket, reads it fast. This ball's right on target, outside shoulder. Everything about this play is high level.
Now a 2 tight end set on a first down. And Malik Washington looking to air one out. Going deep. Man out there, and it's intercepted.
Man.
Picked off by Lewis Moore. His 5th interception of the year.
Hey, you talk about ball skills by a safety. Watch him track it and time it. It's a perfectly thrown ball. That is what you dream about for safety.
He looked like the wide receiver
Yes,
on that one.
Sure did.
Pick number 5 for number 7. Ball back to the Hoosier offense when we come back.
The 3 for me, only at Chili's. Now serves up the all-new Big QP for just $10.99.
This territory that's open, you're going to get the post right into that area, but the free safety, Lewis Moore, comes up with it, times it. The transfer from Ole Miss, I'm going to give some of this interception to his lawyer because remember, he won his law case to get in and be able to play this year, and he comes through with that. Good attorney gets him on the field, and he makes the play.
He was at Indiana, went to Ole Miss, now back at Indiana, and a huge play.
I think he won his court case like in August or September to even be able to play.
We'll have to check in with Matlock. From the 16, Hemby for about 4. Next Saturday, time to get serious on the pitch. NWSL playoff quarterfinal starts next Saturday at noon Eastern on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
That's another great job. That play by Lewis Moore by this Indiana staff, bringing in people that fit them. Everybody he brings in seems to be a contributor.
As you look behind Fernando Mendoza, the Indiana offense, a second down at 6 at their own 20. And the quick throw to the outside is complete, but only about stretching it out
Yeah, he
for
did.
4-yard gain is E.J. Williams.
And then that puts Indiana in that comfort spot. And why they do so well on third down is because they get it in manageable. This thing should have been stopped for like 3rd and 7 and ends up being 3rd and 3.
E.J. had a big game, his first 100-yard game in the win over UCLA last week. 5 catches, 109 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. They're still 2 shy here on third down, following the Lewis Moore interception. And it's Hemby, and he's got the first down. Needed 2, and he got 3. When you go back to the beginning of last year, Indiana was worst all-time in winning percentage at .419. And now, after 19 wins and just 2 losses for Coach Cignetti, they've moved it all the way to 4-2-4.
5/100ths of a point, basically, right?
We were trying to wonder how you get up around 50. He's going to have to sign a couple more contracts.
Exactly.
First down to the 27. Mendoza, play action. Throws. And a perfect throw, and he just flat dropped it. Omar Cooper.
Doesn't happen much to this IU receiving core. Cooper coming all the way across that tight split. They really bring in their splits, comes across, ball is perfectly thrown, defender way behind, and just coughs it.
And just thinking about where he was going.
Sure was.
Forgot to haul it all the way in.
Yep.
Second down at 10. Pistol set with Kaylon Black. The tailback will get the call off the left side. Kalon's got something working, and he bounces off a would-be tackler and picks up 10 more after that hit.
I'll tell you what, Omar Cooper makes up for himself, gets a great block to the outside of this play, but watch the acceleration on this play as well. Cooper gets his block, Decker gets his block. Again, well coached, fundamentals. Listen, they got talent too, but they do a lot of things right.
Give Carter Smith, the left tackle, some love too. He got a big block.
Yeah, he always does.
Spring that thing open.
One of the best blockers in all of college football.
20-yard gain on the play. And a first down at the 47-yard line. Mendoza back to the air, and that one batted in the air and caught. And still going with it is Riley Nowakowski.
This is one of those ones where you get a drop as a quarterback and you go, boy, I've got some bad luck here. And then you go, wait, batted ball? That's pretty good luck.
And it's Thomas again.
Yep.
Gee. Boeing,
Thomas.
And
those usually go to the defense because you got 3, 4, 5 guys back there with eyes on the quarterback. And this one goes right to IU.
Nowakowski, 250-pound senior with a big play and a first down. And it's Hemby again. Roman got 3 or 4 as we work our way down to the 6-minute mark. Caden Turner now going to the locker room, and he's one of the other inside linebackers. And with Aiden Fisher already out, they're getting a little thin in that spot.
Well, let's just think about this. Usually Isaiah Jones is the third linebacker who plays that Sam spot. So he's moved in. Then you got Turner playing Isaiah Jones' spot. Now you've got number 34, Utzinger, playing Jones and Turner spots.
Yeah, they got musical chairs going on out there. Just inside the 32, second down and 8. Here's Hemby, almost busted it. Shoestring tackle, but he still got a first down.
One of the things that IU does well is they block all four. This time, it's a gap block. You see a lot of zone blocking. This one is a trap inside, well executed. IU runs the zone blocking scheme well, the gap blocking scheme just as well.
Jaden Ships is lucky he got that arm on that left leg, or Roman might still be running. First down at the 22-yard line. Following the interception, good-looking drive by the Hoosiers. Fernando Mendoza looking for more. Goes to the corner, wide open. He's not going to drop that one. Omar Cooper, touchdown Indiana.
Watch Omar put a move on the slant and go. Can't drop this one, Ness said, and I agree, but it was one with the route. Watch him go. Slant and go. As good as you can do it.
Oh, man. Pretty route, easy throw and catch.
And a really smart play by coordinator Mike Shanahan on that one. Remember how they're jumping the routes early in the game? He said, all right, you're going to jump on us. You're going to get the double move.
Extra point coming up from Radicic.
The same guy that got the interception, Glasker, is the guy they baited for the touchdown.
Another 84-yard drive from our AT&T Pylon cam. You'll see Omar Cooper saying, throw it my way. It's my 8th touchdown of the season. And Fernando goes, that's my 25th of the year. Indiana 17-3.
You never know in Jacksonville.
Hey, Zook, my daughter Reese wanted me to tell you she loves your dragon pin, by the way. We'll see you guys at halftime. 2-touchdown lead now. Indiana 17-3. College basketball's back, you believe it? Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern. Head out to the hardwood. CBS Sports Network. Number 2 Houston hosts Lehigh. Coach Sampson's Houston team. Here, the number 2 team in the country, leading Maryland by 2 touchdowns. Courtesy of a Mendoza run and a Mendoza touchdown pass and a field goal. Maryland now bringing it out, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Indiana's defense.
Yeah, there's been questions about Kamara's health. Had been struggling just a little bit, not making the plays, but in this game, he's doing a bit of everything. Dropping into coverage, making the plays, pass rushing, forcing an early throw, and then coming inside on this one. Watch this move, forcing the interception he's had. You don't have to just get a sack to be effective. He's all over the field.
And he was last year. 15 tackles for loss, 10 sacks, was near the top of the Big Ten. Hasn't finished some of those plays, but he's finishing some here in the first half, as Gary said. That pass is just over the outstretched arms of Kamara and complete to Octavia Smith.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you, as a young quarterback, what IU is going to do to him is drop players he doesn't expect. When you're young, you don't read the defensive end on those plays. Well handled by this IU Brian Haynes defense. They do it as well as anybody. Look like they're going to come one way and drop that guy, force you to make strong decisions throwing the ball.
3 wideouts for Malik Washington. DeJuan Williams with him in the backfield from the 37-yard line.
Kill, 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 change the play.
Play clock down to 4, no problem.
Oh, man.
Williams, and he is wrestled down to the line of scrimmage by Hosea Wheeler.
He did it again. Just beat that front by Maryland right at the point of attack. Tyreek Tucker, Landino, Wheeler. Watch him. Oh, a whiff up front for sure by Isaiah Wright.
Hosea Wheeler came over from Western Kentucky in the portal. Malik Washington plenty of time to throw, and he had a crossing route wide open, and he missed his guy.
Yeah, DeJuan Williams that time the back. Little check down. That's one of the things they've been working with Malik is sometimes we chip with those backs, but your check down is your friend, and you're right. He put that on the number there. Oh, he thought he was going to keep going. Malik said, I thought you were going to keep going. He kind of paused.
DeJuan came in with 20 catches on the year out of the Maryland backfield. A field goal, punt, a couple interceptions in the last 4 possessions. And now it's an empty backfield for Malik Washington on 3rd down and 10. Possible blitz coming off the corner. It's coming. And Washington's trying to get away from it and will not. 4th down. Nice pursuit by the Indiana defense.
What's the attack comes off the slot, forces Washington up in the pocket, then watch the defense, what they did to UCLA and Nico Iamaleava last week. No scramble room. Same thing happened against UCLA. Nowhere to run the ball. Again, keep your eye on the quarterback. Zone defense, nowhere to go.
Bryce McPherson to punt, and Jonathan Brady awaits. And fair catch called for by Brady. And Indiana's got it back offensively again.
Really feel Maryland needs a stop here now, or this could get out of hand.
Omar Cooper on the last possession for Indiana.
Started it out with the drop. Remember that one?
Right there. And he...
Keep your head up. Got the block.
And then one of the great routes we've seen so far today. And a touchdown.
Listen,
his 8th of the year.
Nobody minds a guy making a bad play. You just make a bad play, but don't hang your head. Keep playing, and he just did.
4 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown. And only 2 catches a week ago against UCLA, so he's putting together a nice first half. Mendoza, the throw right on the money to E.J. Williams, and that's a first down.
That's that back shoulder throw that Elijah Surratt does so well. We saw it, remember in that Oregon game, he did it 3 or 4 times.
That looks so easy, but that's not easy.
I like
you
that.
know better than anybody.
Personally, I like that throw as a quarterback better than the back shoulder throw. I want him to stop. I feel like I got more of a area target to throw the ball.
Black on the ground might take us down to the 2-minute timeout.
Your guy, Ian Thomas, again made that play on that run. He's having a good first half.
And now it's E.J. Williams who comes up limping.
See what happened on this play. Yeah, you can see inside taking on 2 blockers and making, actually falls right into the back, the running back right in there.
Got rolled up on friendly fire, and he's heading to the bench.
Yep.
Everything's okay right there. He's trying to get a block, and then that's not okay.
Yeah. That scares you sometimes as much as it hurts. Let's see if he can shake it off.
And now we will work our way down in the 2-minute timeout with Indiana with the ball and a 2-touchdown lead. Hoosier started off slow. Maryland's made some mistakes, including a couple of interceptions. And then the Indiana offense got rolling. And right now they lead 17-3.
Febreze.
I don't know about y'all, but when it comes to working from home, I gotta have every part of my house clean. That means tidying up, then spraying my Febreze Air Mist to leave every room smelling fresh and clean. With that done, it's time to get to work.
Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on.
This week, it's gonna be loud as Las Vegas and Denver go toe-to-toe in an old-school clash. Stream Thursday Night Football. Raiders, Broncos at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime.
Got any aches?
Exactly what they're doing.
They are in the upper deck of the upper deck on the far side of the stadium. Well, it's been all Indiana. 13 first downs to 4. Maryland, a couple of interceptions.
And they've rolled up 37 plays now after that slow start they had, and they've been pounding them. 25 out of the 37 have been runs.
And that's been Kalon Black and Roman Himby. Right now it's Black that's in there. And he's going to come out as a receiver, at least right now, to show an empty backfield with Fernando Mendoza. From the 43. Mendoza pressured, throws, got it. Cooper, a diving catch. No, it came out.
Yep. Boy, there was no mystery what was going on here. Maryland had nobody more than 2 yards deep on this play. Everybody's at the line of scrimmage. The ball was thrown well, but it would have been a great catch, and the ground forced it out. Nobody back at all.
D.D. Holmes was putting a little bit of pressure on Mendoza, but the ball was well thrown. And Kurt Cignetti says he catches those in practice every day. What happened? Third down and 7. This will be a big stop for Maryland if they can get it. Can they get off the field? Mendoza down the middle. No, they can't. Well, the ball came out at the end. I think it was blown dead already. Holden Stays, the tight end, made the catch.
3-man rush and a bust. Number 32, Carlton Smith, thinks he's rushing, runs right by his guy. Watch him turn around, and that's exactly where Mendoza went. 3-man rush. They had man-to-man coverage, and he did not pick up his man.
They've worked it to the 44-yard line of Maryland. Final minute and a half of the half. Mendoza pump fakes and now throws. I think he was hit as he threw, and that one out of bounds.
Was that one Sidney Stewart, number 29, coming around the corner? That's exactly what they needed right here. They needed somebody in that pass rush to make a play. Let's see who it was. 29 makes the fake, throws him out of the way, and forces on that play Benson back into Mendoza on the throw.
And that one stung a little bit.
True freshman made the play on the last one.
Mendoza, draw play, Himby. Himby got into the secondary, and he's got a first down run. Malone, the safety, made the stop, but not before he got 10 yards.
Nice job that time by Carter Smith, number 65, pushing his man by.
Now, this is right up the Hoosiers' alley right now. 33-yard line, plenty of time.
3 timeouts, absolutely.
They would like to use all the clock and get some more points here before intermission. Got a minute to play, second quarter. Mendoza near side and he's out of bounds, incomplete. And E.J. Williams. Coming up, Geico halftime report. Adam Aaron, Rick and BJ breaking down our first half and catching you up on all the action from around the country. That's all coming up. The Geico halftime report, 54 playing seconds from now. At the 33-yard line, can Maryland get a stop and prevent further damage by the Indiana offense? On the ground, Himby. Sidney Stewart made the tackle. And Indiana's going to take their first time out at 49 seconds. So we'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds and see what the Hoosiers can do on offense.
With
Domino's 2 medium 2-topping pizzas for just $6.99 each? You can feed the whole team. Or you could get something else for about $6.99 each instead. Your choice. But it's hard to beat $6.99 pizzas from Domino's.
Here, I'll take the burger out your hand.
Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten. Girl, this one works.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth for whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
This Friday, don't miss the new hit drama that critics are calling your new CBS obsession, Sheriff Country. It's all new. It's Friday at 8, 7 Central on CBS. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, Gene Steratore in the final 49 seconds of this second quarter. Indiana also will receive the second half kickoff. So if they win this middle 8, it's going to be tough on Maryland.
Ted Monachino before came out with the all-out blitz. They'd like to knock him back here.
3rd and 5. Mendoza looking left, going that way. Ball is tipped and incomplete. Somebody got a hand on it, and that'll force a 4th down.
He did. He came in again. He brought 5, maybe 6 players. Again, got tipped on the play. Pressure inside. Ball's tipped just as he lets it go to save the play. Cam Rice this time.
There's big number 10 with a hand on it. And so they do get the stop. Now they'll wait and see about Radicic on the field goal. This is going to be a relatively long one. It's going to be 46.
Yeah, and
that's makeable for him.
Yeah, comfortable with the wind,
too. Yeah, he's got the wind at his back. So a second timeout. As Radicic warms up. Nick Saban, who just had a birthday on Friday. The Saban coaching tree. Talked about this a lot. You look around. Lane Kiffin 7-1. Kirby Smart's playing in Florida right now. Dan Lanning's 7-1 with an off week. Curt Cignetti's perfect at 8-0. Mike Locksley, who was his former offensive coordinator at Alabama.
And I would say odds on 4 of those 5 are going to have their team in the playoffs.
This guy just looking for a win to snap a 3-game losing streak. Niko Radicic. This will be a 46-yard field goal attempt. That's his long this year so far. And he's got another 46-yarder inside the right upright. So tack 3 more on to the Indiana advantage. Radicic, Nico's going, come on, stay with me, ball. Little body lingo, and it's good.
Hey, Copilot, show me how to stream my music in the best possible quality on Spotify.
Certainly. I've highlighted the audio quality menu. Switch that to lossless and you'll get the richest sound.
Oh yeah, sounds like the band's literally on my patio, getting rained on.
Oh.
Huh? Nature sure is full of wonders.
Red Bull gives you wings.
20-3 now, Indiana, after the field goal, capping a 43-yard drive in 10 plays, a little over 2 minutes to get 3 more.
Maryland with all 3 timeouts, but they've been making mistakes a lot here.
And they'll bring it out to the 25. Well, Mike Locksley, Maryland head coach. August and September has been good. October not so hot, and the first half of November here, the first day of November, has not been good for a half.
Yeah, part of that is schedule too, who they play early, but the team has been fighting defensively. They just seemed outmatched.
Yeah. Malik Washington, 4 wide receiver group for him here. From the 25, will they put it in the air? He's been intercepted twice. They try to throw a screen and got it to DeJuan Williams, who got it to the 30-yard line. That's all.
A good call, I think, for young quarterback. Get this drive started. But again, the IU defense, 4 players up there ready to corner that receiver on the play.
Three-man rush on Malik. Down the middle, and that was a dangerous pass, too.
Sure
Ricocheted
was.
off the intended receiver, and Elijah Hardy almost had a hand on it.
I think you can almost tell by Maryland's not taking a timeout after that play that they're a little nervous about this drive.
Again, Maryland won the toss and deferred, so Indiana had the ball first and threw an interception that it was almost a pick six, turned into Maryland's 3 points, and that's it. And now, after the next 15 seconds or so, the third quarter is going to be Indiana's ball first. Washington completes.
Another one.
No, drops.
Very close again. That ball could have easily popped up on that one.
Now it's 4th down, and there's still 10 seconds left.
Watch it just a little outside. Could have popped up. Could have easily just gone any direction. IU defense making every throw a tough throw.
Now let's see if Indiana's got the return on the punt or if they're going to come after the kicker. McPherson set up around his 15-yard line.
Cignetti's going to take a timeout here.
And that would be his last.
Now you have to decide as a special teams guy, better chance to return one into field goal range or to block a punt.
Fernando Mendoza, who Jenny was telling you is the favorite right now if you're going to pick a Heisman Trophy winner. He's had a couple of nice runs. That was about 22 yards. This was a quarterback draw, right up the gut, untouched for the touchdown on the ground, and then one through the air coming up here to Cooper. So he hasn't hurt his chances. That's
No,
for sure.
but you know, the way they use him though is so interesting. Only one 300-yard passing game all year. Usually if you're not putting up big numbers, you don't do it as a quarterback.
Let's see if they come after the punter. They are. He got it away. And it will harmlessly roll around the 27, 28-yard line, and that should do it for the half. And it does. Halftime in College Park. Number 2 Indiana on the road, looking for win number 9 on the season and to go 6-0 in Big Ten play. And Mike Locksley is with Jenny.
Coach, you came out strong with that interception, and then the game turned. What have you seen?
Yeah, our defense is playing pretty well for us, but our freshman quarterback right now, he's unsettled. And so what we've got to do is get in the locker room, find some things that he's really comfortable with. This is the first game I've seen him play unsettled, and so we got to get him settled down. That'll be the most important thing.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Thanks.
Some honest comments about his quarterback.
I think he's right, but this part of that, give credit to the IU defense. They make you make a lot of decisions.
No doubt. That is the end of the first half. Our score 20-3, Indiana in front. Now we're going to send you to Adam Zucker in our New York studio with the guys in the Geico halftime report. Zuck. Heads into the second half here in College Park, Maryland, and I'm going to correct myself. Maryland's going to get the football first to start the third quarter, and they trail number 2 Indiana 20-3. Indiana a late field goal, and Maryland's had a tough time offensively throughout the first 2 quarters. We'll see if they can do something with it to start the third. Quinn Warren's got it teed up. Iverson Howard back deep for the Terrapins. Second half underway. And they'll let this one go. Touchback, bring it out to the 25-yard line as we bring you back to the booth. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson. Maryland's got the ball to start third quarter. Question is, can they do anything with it? It's been tough sledding against this Indiana defense.
Yeah, I think Mike Locksley was right there. I mean, their quarterback is struggling, and it's if you look at the IU defense, that's the reason. They're giving him a lot of looks. He's not handling well. He's handling like a freshman quarterback, basically. So can they help him with the run game? So far all year they have not. It's going to be a tough chore.
Malik Washington starts things off at the 25-yard line. A quick throw to the outside on a little slip screen to the slot man. And that picked up about 4 as we check in with Jenny.
Got some injury updates for the Hoosiers with Elijah Surratt. He is dealing with a tight hamstring. Coach said it is precautionary right now. He's not going to play the rest of the game, but this is not a long-term injury. When it comes to Caden Turner, remember I overheard him say that he felt like his calf popped. Well, his calf did get a pull in it. He is going to be questionable for this game. Remember, that one is important because Aiden Fisher is out. And when I asked for the message of this game, he said, never play satisfied. We haven't put a dagger in this team yet, guys.
All right, well, they're off to a good start with a 17-point lead. Here comes an end around. And the Indiana defense stretches that out, too. A short gain. Octavian Smith on the carry.
And I wonder if it was right here, Jalen Husker, who did not play the first half because of targeting. Watch him just do enough to get through two blockers to say, I can't go anywhere else but outside. And again, the little plays that IU makes over and over again, refuse to get blocked, only giving the running back one way to go. That's winning football again.
They only got about a yard out of that, so it's 3rd down and 6. The opening possession of the third quarter from the 29-yard line. Everybody bunched in tight except the wide out to the right. And Washington got it on DeJuan Williams. And that's a first down.
Nice job this time. I guess Coach went in at halftime and said, stay in the pocket, stay calm, find your checkdowns, and make the accurate throw. Gets a good football play out of it. I want to correct myself on that one. It was Sharp on that first play, making that play.
Got it to the 45-yard line. Now Malik on the run. That's dangerous, but he got it to the same guy on the run. Williams down the sideline. DeJuan Williams. He scores. Touchdown, Maryland. They've been waiting for an explosive play all day. They just got a 55-yard touchdown.
He did. Got out of the pocket, and Isaiah Jones falls down on what looked like a dangerous play, but once Jones falls down, it becomes an explosive play. Just a little check down, who goes downfield, and Jones starts to turn and then falls, and all of a sudden, they get that play they've been looking for 4 or 5 games.
When Malik let go of that ball, I thought it was going to be danger zone. It was end zone for DeJuan Williams. So they come out a 75-yard drive in 2 minutes. The extra point is good. And just like that, Terrapins back in the ball game in 2 minutes.
Yeah, when you do the little things on the first down play before, hitting the check down that he missed in the first half, then you can make the spectacular play right here, back in the football game.
Episodes on CBS this Thursday. So just a couple of minutes into the third quarter, here's the quarterback comparison. Malik Washington with an off-balance, off his back foot throw is a 12th touchdown pass of the year, has just put Maryland back in the ball game.
Yeah, those stats can change fast with that big play, wasn't it?
No doubt.
Add a 55-yarder in there, that looks good.
Went to DeJuan Williams twice. So one of 5 schools where the leading passer and rusher are both true freshmen. Maryland's one of them, and it was one freshman to the other for the touchdown. This Higgs returnable for Hemby, and Roman decked a couple people on his way to the 37-yard line.
They have been kicking it to him.
Now let's take a look at our Mugello game changers. Talk about some game changers. Don Fisher, the voice of the Hoosiers. Johnny Holiday, voice of the Terps. I wanted to salute these two guys. Don's been doing it 53 years. Johnny's been doing it 47 years. Both at the same school, a combined 100 years of service to their universities. Couple of legends, couple of Chris Schenkel Award winners, and 2 of the best all-time radio play-by-play.
That's a great shot for you, too, with those 2 that you admire so much.
Yep. 2 great guys. Hemby bounced off a would-be tackler at the line of scrimmage and got about 4 or 5.
And that's been Hemby all year. He had, coming into this game, 345 yards post-contact. That's more than anybody had last year for IU. And those extra yards are what makes him special running the football.
There he is, the pistol set behind Mendoza. And now flanks him to the right on 2nd down and 6. He'll get the call again, try to get wide, and did. Just enough, I think, to get the first down.
Yeah, I really thought now, after that touchdown by the Maryland offense, that the key for this defense is they got to stop the run. They're going to have to earn the right to try to put pressure on Mendoza. And IU just comes out and bangs it twice.
And you see Roman, or AT&T Pylon Cam, get the first down. From the 48-yard line. Mendoza, the RPO to the outside, and Cooper made one guy miss and got about 8 out of it.
Did he almost made 2 guys miss? It looked like it, didn't it? Came out there, just got it out to him quick. Good accurate pass. One right there, and then another. Wow, 2 of them. That's why I say we always get caught up in IU, and it's true, well coached, but don't sleep on how athletically they're good here. Right. They're good football players.
Kalon Black now the tailback on 2nd down and 2. Hemby gets a breather. And Black gets the same results. First down. And he's still going. Needed 2 and got about 7 in that big pileup. Cam Rice is holding on for dear life. Number 10 on the bottom. Finally got him down. As it's time for our game trends presented by U.S. Army. And the rushing totals, as you see, are so lopsided.
Yep.
Fernando Mendoza, 4 drives, 188 yards, a touchdown on the ground, 1 in the air. And the Terps not going away with that 75-yard quick score to open up this 3rd quarter. That is now 4.5 minutes long. Black, nice cutback, and he got it near the 30-yard line.
So we've saluted this offensive line a number of times in the running game, but this time Holden stays, number 19. The tight end comes across and makes a good block out here. Look at this block right there, the tight end. Holds his man off, then wrap around by Bray Lynch. Again, that running game for IU. It is so odd, just so much talk about Mendoza, and he's earned it.
Right.
But the strength of this team, they can run the ball.
Great balance. Coming in, one of the most balanced teams as Kalon Black cuts it outside, down the sideline and gone. Touchdown, Indiana. And they continue to pound. That wasn't much pounding. Great blocking to the edge, and 31 yards later, Kalon Black in the end zone.
6-play drive, 5 of them runs. Bray Lynch wraps around. Let's see what happens right here. Here's the tackle, the tight end. See what they do. Then they pull around. Everybody does a good job. Nice job inside, by the way. Zen Mahalski, who's in there as a sub, makes a key block. They just put more and more guys in. New middle linebacker, new wide receiver, new guard, and they keep churning out yards.
Radicic in for the point after. Up and good. So just like that, Indiana's got an answer to the Maryland touchdown with one of their own. Kalon Black, his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Great blocking up front, and then a sprint to the corner of the end zone.
The 3 for me, only at Chili's.
Fresh Pet. AT&T. And by Belfour Property Restoration. The Capitol in the distance, a little sun on the side of the dome. And don't forget, later in the game, it's a play of the game presented by Jersey Mike Subs. Indiana just made one of the plays of the game with Kalon Black capping off a 63-yard drive in a little over 3 minutes as he took it 31 yards for the touchdown.
Man, it started out with Hemby running over a few people and finished it off with Black, and what a pretty drive. One pass, and that was a short one behind the line of scrimmage.
Yep. Quinn Warren got it teed up. Quinn in because Brendan Frankie, their normal long-range kicker, out with a slight injury. And this one goes and hits the end zone. Bring it out to the 25-yard line. We take it down to Jenny.
Well, Malik Washington's recruitment generated a lot of interest among the Terps online community, but one post in particular caught Washington's attention. It was his meme of a grandmother in a cage, joking that she wouldn't be let go until Washington committed to Maryland. So 3 days later, Washington committed to the Terps. He responded with the hashtag Free Grandma. The schools embraced the saying, making the video of the grandmother suiting up for a game in Terps gear. Check this out. If the video is anything to go by, we might be moving from Free Grandma to Free Safety Grandma, guys.
That's crazy. Malik was talking with us about that at the meeting yesterday. It's become quite the deal. Now let's see if they can free up their offense a little bit. 2-yard gain on the ground. Last drive for Maryland, 4 plays, 75 yards and a touchdown. In their first 7 drives, though, 5 plays is the most they had. And this is drive number 8 right now. A couple of those drives ended in punts, a couple in interceptions. And there's Malik's numbers on the day. 2nd down and 8. Throws, zips it to the outside. Close to a first down is Leo Houghton, the tight end. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about a yard. Let's see if they go to DeJuan Williams here to try to get the yard.
He's not good.
Nope. It's going to be Washington, and he dropped the ball. Scooped up by Indiana, going the other way. And diving to the end zone is Devon Boykin. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
I think he stripped him and then took it.
$32 yards for the touchdown.
Washington keeps the ball. Devin Boykin sees that he's got the ball. Number 12. Watch him come up and rip the ball out to the right side and then picks it up and just goes.
Number 12 pulls it, takes it on one hop, and takes it to the house from 32 yards away.
He judged that dive just perfectly.
Boykin, who spent 5 seasons at North Carolina State, didn't play last year due to injury, and now he's got 1 interception this year and now a fumble recovery touchdown as Radicic hits the extra point to make it 34-10.
I know that a lot of people get frustrated with these transfer things, but how about the opportunities that present a lot of these players? Mendoza, guys like Boykin getting a chance to show what they can do.
And he's going to jump for the touchdown.
We're kicking off game day with a new. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
In 1941, Jeep wrote the book on four-wheel drive.
Years later, the Jeep brand is still influencing. Some create trends, we create our own trail. Some send a smile and emoji, we smile for real.
Don't call it a comeback.
Jeep, there's only one.
Right now during the Jeep Drive Into Fall event, well-qualified lessees can lease a 2025 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon gas model for $375 a month. Hurry, this great offer ends November 3rd.
CBS Monday.
We got a problem. Noah's working through his morning break. My God. Not on my. Were you going to say watch? That would have been tight.
New hit comedy DLB. CBS Monday.
Indiana 34, Maryland 10. 8:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And it's been a tough day for young Malik Washington. 2 interceptions and now a fumble. That was returned for a score, and over with Coach Loxley.
Yeah, you know, he just had those 2 great plays on the drive before. Comes back out trying to answer a good IU drive. Really doesn't have any running game to help him. We saw this a week ago when Drake Lindsey struggled as a young quarterback and it snowballed on him. Let's see if the experience of Coach Loxley and building his quarterback for the future, how he responds.
You and I have talked off the air about it, but how much different would the Maryland offense look if Roman Hemby was still a Terp and not a Hoosier?
Well, I think at least one more win, I think at least.
This kickoff is returnable. Iverson Howard bringing it out. And it's going to about where he would have gone anyway, 25-yard line. Next Saturday, 3:30 Eastern, another big-time matchup in the Big Ten featuring one of these key games as we head down the crucial stretch of the season. Our coverage starts 2:30 with Zook and the guys on State Farm College Football Today. That's all right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. I know every quarterback, after he's had a couple interceptions or a fumble, comes back out and thinks, okay, what can happen next? But especially when you're a freshman, Garrett, it's tough.
Yeah, and one of the things that Coach said, we didn't want our quarterback to be shell-shocked, okay? Yeah. We're bringing him along slow. Oh,
and another fumble and another recovery by Indiana. This one's Byron Baldwin.
And I think Baldwin picked this pocket again, just exactly like the play before. Let's see who got his hands on it. Was it Sharp, 22? It was Sharp. Sharp with his left hand popped it from behind. Ball, Hawks all over the field. Look at that pop from behind.
Octavian Smith was the guy that made the catch but didn't hold it.
He's a call about the safest play you can call. Back-to-back quarterback keeper, fumble, throw it out there. And
this is now when Jenny said we're not done yet. When Kurt Cignetti said we're not done yet, we haven't put the knife in or the kill shot, whatever. And it's coming close if they score on this drive, and Himby goes for 7 or 8. Indiana came in ranked number 2 in the country. Ohio State already beat Penn State today. They're number 1. A&M and Alabama have the weekend off. Georgia's tied with Florida and Jacksonville. There's not going to be a change at the top if Indiana and Ohio State keep doing what they're doing right now. Ohio State's now 8-0 and 5-0.
Feels like most of those teams up there are pretty solid in their spot, right? Where not going to be much movement, I don't think, until one of them loses.
Right now, Ohio State and Indiana on a collision course for the Big Ten title, and more after that. But we still got a month left. Himby, big shot off the side and into the end zone. Roman Himby, touchdown.
You know he wanted that one. I even think the IU coaching staff wanted him to get that one. That blocking up front has been excellent all day. Again, they pull out, good kick out block that time by Benson, number 67, and then the twist into the end zone. Man.
We still got 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
I mean, this IU offensive line, if they can finish this year, they're going to be making a statement for having the Joe Moore Award,
yeah.
Right? I mean,
they have been exceptional today. Radicic's kick is up and good. So Byron Baldwin had the fumble recovery at the 24-yard line, and it just took 2 plays for number 1 to take it to the house. And the former Maryland Terrapin in the old end zone he used to play in, 41-10.
Today, the best mobile network in the U.S.
Guard, new left guard this time on the touchdown previous. He pulls out, good block by the wide receiver, good block by Coogan to spring the touchdown by Black. Watch the next touchdown. Here's the center. He'll scoop and get the linebacker this time to the key block again. Get it, seal it off, turn his butt into the lane, get one more block downfield by Bray Lynch. How about that offensive line play? Pat Coogan from Notre Dame. He was on that team that beat IU a year ago. Now he's one of the key members of the Hoosiers.
Radicic set to kick off. This will be Maryland's 4th kickoff return of this half. Indiana, their turnover margin's just getting better with 4 takeaways today. Here's a pop fly kick, fair catch taken at the 29-yard line.
And how about Maryland? They were 2nd in the nation in turnover margin coming into the game. 4 of them in this football game.
And now Malik Washington's got to get his composure again, coming out after interceptions and the fumble.
Yeah, you got no choice here. You're a young quarterback. You got to finish the football game, learn from every snap out there. Hopefully going against these good players against IU, you get snaps that'll help you down the line as a quarterback.
Under center this time at the 29-yard line. Nolan Ray on the stretch play, trying to get to the edge, and got about 3 before he got whacked out of bounds by Devin Boykin, right into the Maryland bench. Could have been maybe a late hit.
Could have been. His feet were in the white there.
Picked up 2. Second down and 8. 2 tight end set for the Terps. Washington rolling, throwing back across his body, throws a strike.
What a nice play, huh?
And A.J. Szymanski, the tight end, with a first down catch.
Yeah, because the pressure's coming from the wide side of the field over here. Good call. They're rolling away from it. Play action pass. He knows he needs to buy time. And as Ness called it, throwing almost against his body on that one. Beautiful play.
A couple of his best plays today have been throwing like that, going left. This time, middle screen. And he's got something working to Fleming, the other tight end. Dorian Fleming down the sideline. And Fleming's got it. First and goal.
Well, give credit to Pep Hamilton this time with the call on the blitz. Felt the pressure inside 5, coming right into the blitz on that play. Throws the screen. Great call.
And a pickup of 45. Back-to-back throws to his tight ends. Has Maryland a first and goal at the Indiana 9-yard line. Washington pressure coming. Floats one. Incomplete, intended again for his tight end.
Is it a late hit? Late flag for sure.
Jeff Cervinsky, our referee.
Tyreek Tucker was
there is no foul
Oh.
for roughing the passer.
When
The
he
quarterback,
he picked it up.
the defender was in the motion of wrapping up the quarterback. It's second down.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
Wrapped up his lower legs, I guess, is what he was trying to talk about.
At least he released him there, I guess. But you throw it, and you pick it up, you correct yourself, right?
Second down to goal. Williams. Dewan Williams got a yard, maybe 2. Gene Steratore with us. Gene, take us through that last play.
It was a good job by the officials, I thought, Brad. A good job by the officials. Contact, forcible contact to the knee or below the knee on a quarterback is a foul. But in the judgment of an official, if they think it's a wrap-up without significant forcible contact, as we see there, then you pick that up. It's really not roughing. Didn't hurt either that the quarterback was airborne there, so it didn't look like there was a foot planted in a driving force to the knee or below.
Great, thanks, Gino. Third and goal at the 7. Malik Washington throws as he's backpedaling, and he only got about a yard out of that as he got it to Dewan Williams in his fourth down.
Well, defensive coordinator Brian Haynes has been very aggressive this whole drive. Coming again off the corner, blitzing, having to throw the ball, basically backing up on that one.
Now, a field goal does you obviously no good.
No, you got to learn. Let your quarterback learn here what it's like to go against a good defense, see what you can produce on fourth down.
Fourth and goal just outside the 5. Washington to the end zone, broken up. That was close. No flag. It's Boykin, and it's incomplete.
That was a well-thrown ball, and Devin Boykin made the play again. Popped one loose. This time he runs it down, and just outside his reach. Good coverage, decent throw. could have been caught, but would have been a good catch.
Yep, Dorian Fleming was the intended receiver, and Indiana takes over on downs. Thought he had one. .442 remaining third quarter, and the Hoosiers take over with a 31-point lead. They are deep in their own territory, starting just inside the 6-yard line. Kalon Black, man, he has got a spurt to him.
Does, doesn't he? I remember Dan Lanning talking to us about the IU backs, that they always fall forward, and they do.
Both guys have had good days, Rowan Hemby and Kalon Black, and that's been the case all year long. They got two guys that can run the ball. Picked up 8, second down 2. Both tight ends switch from right to left, and a flag. False start.
False start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. It's second down.
Is that
going to be on Michalski?
Yeah, is that Michalski that time?
Playing the left guard instead of tackle today because Drew Evans is out with an injury. Black keeps those legs driving, and he picks up 3 or so. Entering the weekend, Jenny talked about this when we started the game. The odds of winning the Heisman Trophy, there's how it looked down the list. Mendoza and Simpson, Julian Sayin, Marcel Reed of A&M, and Diego Pavio, who put up 360-something today and 3 touchdowns in a losing effort to Texas.
He is something, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. This guy, the leader right now with a month to go, hasn't hurt himself today, really, with a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown. And looking to pass one more time here, and it's a first down.
Man,
Omar Cooper.
Again, look at how well coached that team is. Okay, they needed, 8 yards on the play? They got 8.5 yards to get it. Just go down there, just go past the line. Know where you are on the field. Turn around, puts it right on the numbers, Mendoza. He doesn't make the spectacular play, but he makes so many just routine throws, right? One right after another.
It's not like he's got 80-yard touchdown passes. He's got a lot of 15s and 20s.
But perfect for this running game.
Absolutely. Which is what they go back to. And this is Kobe Martin. You think about Heisman finishers by Hoosiers. Anthony Thompson finished second at 89. I wasn't around for Bill Hildebrand. Vaughn Dunbar, he was a tough son of a gun. And Antoine Randall.
You remember him?
Yes, indeed. We did a lot of his games, and he was as shifty as they come. This guy just steady. Gets his man where he wants him in the slot on the left. Second down and 8. He looks left, throws that way, and is complete. It's Cooper, and he's got a first down before Maryland can run him out of bounds.
Interesting, Omar Cooper shifts from one side to the other side, and Maryland makes no adjustment. Watch as he goes across the formation. Nobody really there after the shift from Cooper. He started out right, shifted left, and Maryland never moved on the play. Mendoza noticed it, went right to him.
So it's just first down after first down. Working our way to the 1-minute mark remaining third quarter. Back to Martin, and he busts it. Kobe Martin, nice run, first down. Doesn't get a lot of time with Black and Hemby leading the way.
Yeah, the freshman earning his way. You can see the future right here. He's got the same quick feet as Black does, but hey, got to wait your turn.
He's averaging over 7 yards a carry, and you can see why.
comes to the sideline and goes, you know, that offensive line, I could do these, whatever. These guys
get a lot of 7-yard runs, right?
Exactly.
Time of possession almost a half an hour for Indiana here near the end of the third quarter. Cooper in motion. Mendoza on first down. In a little bit of trouble. Going to have a holding call as he fires complete again. And got it to Nowakowski, but I think it's coming back.
I think so too. Nice job by Nowakowski that time. Saw his quarterback rolling out, stopped, went down the sideline, gave him somewhere to throw the ball.
Holding. Offense number 65. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Carter Smith.
Yeah, Carter Smith does so many things so well, and now we got to point out a hold on this play.
Sorry, Carter.
Yeah, he's one of the best offensive tackles in college football. I actually think the chip block hurt him on the play, but it was a good call by the official.
It was a bear hug.
Yep.
That's what he had.
Thought he had him at arm's length, and then the chip block knocked him right into him, and he said, well, what do I do?
I guess it was a tortoise hug more than a bear hug, but a holding call, number 65. We'll work our way to the end of the third quarter. And just when Maryland had cut it to 20-10, Indiana erupts. And the fourth quarter, they say, is theirs. It has been all year long. We'll see if Maryland's got something to do about it. We played 3 in College Park. Indiana right now, 41-10. And Fernando Mendoza's numbers on the day. 24 yards on the ground, including the quarterback draw for the touchdown. 1 interception and 1 touchdown throw to Omar Cooper. And we open up the fourth quarter with Indiana at the 37-yard line on a first down. Mendoza going to throw a screen out to Himby. Took 1 hit, broke through that, and then delivered a couple of hits on the way to the sideline and a first down.
Efficient. Mendoza, only 2 games this year has he thrown more than 30 passes. Throws the screen pass right here, gets it into position again, nice and easy. Married it, and that's it. You're out of there.
He's done. Let little brother do it. That means we got another Mendoza. Alberto at midfield. On the ground, big opening off the side. Martin, I don't know if he stepped out, but he's still running. He tiptoed down that sideline, and I guess he did not.
Well, let's see if Carter Smith gets the key block right here. Left side, last time we saw him holding. No holding there. Got the edge with that great block by Carter. Does a wonderful job at pass protection, but that time in the run game, and
well, he stayed in.
He did.
36 yards later. And in the red zone again for the Hoosiers. Alberto Mendoza, his second season at Indiana. This year, he's got a chance to play quite a bit because his brother and the offense is so good. And this is going to be Kobe Martin for a touchdown. Well, he went 36 yards to get him there, and he just capped it off from 14.
Did they get a late flag on the play?
Holding.
Is this going to come back?
Offense number 75. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
And so it will come out.
Basically ran the same play. This time, Halski gets the grab.
Daniel Wingate, I think, is the guy that's down. Number 1 right there, trying to make the tackle and stretching out.
Yeah, there it is. He has his hands on his back. I get that. Maybe he ripped him down a little more obviously than we saw in that one. When you wrap your hands around the backside, yep, that's what's going to get seen. Those white gloves on that red jersey.
And Daniel Wingate, who was a little banged up coming into this game from the UCLA game, is the guy that's down. Junior from this area.
Leading tackler on the team coming in.
Yep. The 6th in the Big Ten in tackles coming into this game. And again, we showed number 1 trying to make the tackle on Martin, stretching out right there. And he hasn't gotten up yet. He is sitting up, though.
A lot of times you reach that arm out like that in line, you feel that little twinge in your shoulder.
Yeah. And he's coming out on his own. Talked to him yesterday. Gary asked him, how would you capitalize or capitulate what the season has been? He said a season of growth.
Growth, yeah.
Pretty sharp observation.
Yeah.
So he heads to the tent.
Yeah, IU didn't even bring their tent out in the second half. It's confidence, right?
Kurt Cignetti is sick of tents and people laying around on the ground.
Exactly. We don't need no stinking tent.
And here's Martin again. Kobe Martin dragged down, but a good game as Jalen Husky finally held out to his ankles.
If you're an IU fan, you got to feel good about this. If anything ever happens to number 1 and number 8, Kobe Martin is more than ready to take their spot.
He's got a little bit more zip to him.
Yes.
Not that the other guys can't. Those two guys can run fast, but they would just as soon run you over.
And remember, they were really excited about Lee Bibby this year, early number 29.
Yeah,
he got injured.
Hurt. Yeah. So second down and 9. They got some of that yardage back from the penalty. They just keep working Martin. And they'll bring up third down and about 3.
One more time, Carter Smith, left tackle. Watch the job he does this time. Just pushing his man past the hole. Be patient on the run, see what happens, and backdoor it behind your tackle. Man, he took his man past the center on that play.
These are not pancakes. These are waffles or something. I don't know what they are. Third down and 3. Just a little bit over their average on the ground coming in. You saw the numbers and what they've done today, and Martin's not going to get there.
One more salute to that offensive line, Ness. Listen to this. Coming into this game, Mendoza really only had 14 combined pressures given up by the offensive line, those 5 guys. Well, he threw the ball 203 times. That means that over 1,000 times, 5 guys had an opportunity to miss, and they only had 14 pressures.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Well, it's 4th down and 2, and Indiana will go for it here.
See if it's a quarterback keep here.
Mendoza throws to the corner, got his man, and it might be a touchdown. It is. And it's Jonathan Brady for the score.
Little brother got one, huh?
Yep.
Coming across, gets the block this time. Hit that pylon. He did. Nice job again by Kobe Martin. All those runs. Picks up the blitz, and I think he got in before that elbow went in.
As our pylon cam will show you, the ball crossed before it wiped our camera out. And the Mendoza brothers smiling on the sideline.
Yeah.
And for Jonathan Brady, his 3rd receiving touchdown of the year.
Well, how about that? You get your number 3 running back. They've had changes on the offensive line. They don't have Surratt. Charlie Becker has made some plays. Now Jonathan Brady.
The Mendoza brothers with a little chest bump as Alberto gets his 2nd touchdown pass of the year. Big brother with a big smile. 48-10. A lot to smile about.
Having insurance isn't...
Has time and fires a bomb down the field. And it is picked off! Fires it down the field. Omar Cooper wide open. Touchdown, Indiana!
Protection breaking down, running to his left.
They've been waiting for an explosive play all day. They just got a 55-yard touchdown. That's our IHG Hotels and Resorts game recap. Money Mendoza. He's been money again today. Malik Washington trying to hang in there, but Indiana's defense has been so good as we take a look at our game recap. We welcome you back to the booth. And right now, Gary, you just look at Indiana, and we've seen them enough in person and on film to say who's going to beat them.
Yeah, complete team. It's going to take a really good football team. 4 turnovers, but I'd call them more takeaways than giveaways. They've been earned turnovers by this IU defense. Yeah. And where's their strength? Is it quarterback, offensive line, running back, linebacker? We said they're elite. The secondary has been making plays. Just a well-built team.
Yep, you can't really find a weakness. At least we haven't been able to determine one yet. A.J. Savansky on the kick return. Indiana came in averaging a win of like 34.5 points over their opposition. And right now they're up 38 with 11 minutes and change to go. The Mendoza brothers talking things over on the sideline.
Number 8. 10-yard penalty from the spot on the foul. Maryland football. First down and 10.
That last drive, by the way, after a 4th down stop when they stopped Maryland inside the 10-yard line, and then it went 13 plays, 95 yards, 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Both Mendoza brothers were at the controls at one time or another during that 8 minutes and 20 seconds, and then they cap it off with the touchdown to go up 48-10.
Yeah, I think the next question for IU is how much longer are your starters going to be on the field?
Well, we know the quarterback is done, that starter. Washington throws far side out of the backfield. Well, that was Jalil Farouk. And he's got a first down.
Motion, Urban motion going behind. Out there, he's the check down. He's the guy you come to if nothing's open downfield. Makes a miss.
Got it to the 45 and a first down. Washington. That throw right on the money, too. Wow, covered a lot of territory to Octavian Smith.
Totally. Maybe his best throw of the day. From the left hash all the way across, right, high. A Julian Sayin type throw right there, right?
Beautiful. You can see the potential.
Yeah, that was, I think they're going to call that incomplete, though, at the end of the play.
I guess so.
Yep.
That's Daniel Wingate, who was shaken up earlier. Looks like he's on his way to the locker room. Iverson Howard on the carry for Maryland.
Let's just also remember, I mean, maybe the 2 biggest playmakers besides the quarterback Mendoza, Aiden Fisher not playing, and Surratt not playing, and they don't miss a beat.
On 3rd and 6. Washington's going to run for it here, and he didn't get there. About 2 yards shy. And he's going to, let's go for it. Did a good job running the ball in their win over UCLA. 67 yards on the ground, which was a career high. And on 4th down and 2, there's Aiden Fisher, who didn't play today, but still is dressed and wired to hear every call for the defense. And 4th down, they pick it up. DeJuan Williams for the first down.
Yes, I was going over some stats for this IU linebacking crew. Remember, when they have them all healthy, they love to play Hardy, Fisher, and Jones. They love to keep all 3 out. When we did that Oregon game, Oregon ran 64 plays. The 3 linebackers had 34 tackles in 64 plays.
They were all over the place.
All over the place.
That considered Indiana's biggest win on the road at Oregon, the game we did.
Yeah, I thought the Iowa game was their clutchest win, though. You know, that was a game when they hung in there late, threw the slant pass to win it.
Against a Parker defense in Iowa, which is tough at Kinnick.
Yeah, that was when Gronowski got hurt. Remember, late in that 4th quarter, that could have gone the other way. Iowa coming on strong.
Iowa idle today, still in the mix with just 2 losses. Washington wants to throw a screen. That's a danger zone there, and he didn't get it to his intended receiver, Iverson Howard. Incomplete. And Elijah Surratt not playing today, but against Iowa, that was the big play.
Yeah, and then against Oregon, he had the touchdown to win the game. Remember the one-on-one, great throw to the outside. Surratt.
He'll be back.
Major question for the Big Ten is they're pretty confident they're going to get 3 into the playoffs. Do they have a chance with 4? And who is that 4th team?
First poll comes out on Tuesday. That'll give us a little better indication of who stands where. Washington, a little bit high, incomplete. Intended for Caleb Webb. Talk about teams that led the nation in scoring difference in back-to-back seasons. Indiana being one of those right now at 34.5 plus. And those other teams, a couple of those won national championships, and a couple were really, really good teams.
Don't you get to think that all the Indiana fans are going, I never thought I'd seen our team in football with those names.
That's
in
right.
a graphic, right? Oh, my gosh.
Fair catch on the punt, taken just inside the 7-yard line. 8:42 remaining. Indiana in control, and that tortoise has seen enough. United Airlines, and by the Home Depot. Back in College Park, Maryland. The Hoosiers, only one Big Ten title, and that was 1967. Kurt was 6 years old. Aretha Franklin was banging out RESPECT, and the first launch of the Saturn V rocket used in Apollo missions. On their way to 9-0 and 6-0. And their backup quarterback having the luxury of playing behind his brother, Alberto Mendoza, on the give to Kobe Martin. Kobe Martin, man, he's piling up some stats right now. He wants to play, and he's playing behind 2 really good backs, but he's got his chance here.
Yeah, and this time he's doing it behind the number 2 offensive line, bounces it out, trying to show this coaching staff, maybe they already know it, that they got a special one ready to go. That puts IU over 300 yards running the ball tonight.
Wow. Came in averaging 231 on the ground and 264 in the air, just to give you an indication of their balance. They ran for 262 in their win over UCLA in their last game. And now, as Gary said, over 3 bills. And here goes Alberto Mendoza, adding to those totals. Mendoza down the sideline. Alberto all the way to the 29. Jaden Shipp brought him down, and his brother's going, I didn't know he could run that fast.
Right. Well, he does. I'll tell you that. Right into a blitz off the edge, turns it upfield, and you could see it. I mean, that is speed at quarterback. That is something Fernando doesn't run as well as he does he? I think he's quicker.
Alberto came in with 70 yards rushing, and his brother just went 53 on that one. So he's almost equal his total of what he'd done on the ground coming in on that one rush to the 29-yard line. I think he's going to hand it off here. I think he's gassed.
Oh, he was. He was breathing heavy for sure.
Let's check in with Jenny.
Fernando told me that having his brother Alberto in the same locker room means the world. He said we do everything together, film, workouts, celebrate the good, push through the struggles. Fernando called Alberto one of the smartest football minds he knows, always pushing each other to be better. Now, earlier this season, the brothers became the first brothers in a decade to each throw a touchdown in the same game. They did it again today. It's just been fun to watch, guys.
You might ask, what's the size difference? Alberto is about 6'2", 210. Fernando's about 6'5", 225.
6'2", tall enough if you can do that, right?
Absolutely. He's got him close to scoring position again with a 38-point lead. And now Kobe Martin, that time got bottled up, got behind his blockers a little bit, but Maryland's defense there to make the stop as we're down to 6 minutes. Well, we know Indiana's not going to lose their #2 ranking, and we assume Ohio State's not going to lose theirs. But again, the college football rankings will tell us what the folks think on Tuesday, as we'll get our first look at the college football playoff rankings.
Going to get interesting. A lot of battles going on. I mean, A&M's not moving anywhere. Alabama's not moving anywhere at #4.
They were idle both today, so we'll see. Mendoza throwing late and still got it complete. Man, that was a pocket collapsing, and he somehow got it to LeBron Bond.
As he let this one go, I think he was getting hit. Yeah, he felt it on his arm, that left arm of the defender. And when you feel it as a quarterback, that really upsets you, and he still gets it there.
That's a heck of a throw with that much heat around you. And then Bond going down and cupping it and rolling to keep the catch. Now Indiana getting to use Solomon Van Horst. Interesting story, grad student, 5'8", 185 out of Alpharetta, Georgia. And he's going to get a carry. And he's going to carry some tacklers with him.
How about Solomon Van Horst? His 8th year playing football in college.
Don't have many of those.
Nope.
Bill Belichick got a win last night. SMU. I don't know if that's an upset over Miami or not, but they beat them in Texas. And the Longhorns and Commodores had a beauty. And 3 touchdown passes from Arch Manning, 3 from Pavia as well. And a high-scoring game. Both threw for over 350 yards in a 34-31 Longhorn win.
Solomon Van Horst, another one of those James Madison transfers that came. Played his 6 years at James Madison and his 2nd year here at IU. Earned his time, plays special teams. 8th year of college football.
Got to be getting his PhD. Let's see if he can PhD it to the end zone. Oh, he's close. Got down to the 1. I bet you he's going to get it again.
I bet you you're right. Don't you deserve it?
Absolutely.
You go out and practice this much, that many times, all the way probably from scout team running back all the way up, getting it up. Well, no, he's not.
Oh, wow, they're bringing Kobe Martin back.
I think coach just said, what are you coming out? Looked like he said, I wanted you in there.
Well, Kobe Martin's done a lot of the heavy lifting. So is Alberto Mendoza. And it is Martin. And he's in. Touchdown, Indiana.
Well, think about this. When you run for those many yards, Black has 110, Hemby has 88, and now Martin with 80, all with a touchdown.
All getting a little bit of sugar, including number 28, who just scored for the 5th time on the ground this year to cap another long Indiana drive. Boy, the time of possession, the yardage.
Yeah, 590 yards, almost evenly split.
Nico Radicic in for the point after.
290 in the first half, 300 in the second half.
Nice balance, huh?
Yep.
Radicic, point after is good.
The extra point by Nico Radicic.
Kobe Martin. It was Mendoza with a 53-yarder. Van Horst got it to the 1. Kobe Martin took it in for his 5th touchdown of the year.
When holiday inspiration sparks, there's only one thing to do.
It's our first holiday here, so we're keeping it simple.
Simply decorating everything.
How would you hang garland?
These will do the trick. Whether you're new to hosting or just ready for something
incredible,
bring your traditions to life with the Home Depot.
Being a champion means knowing when to work and when to reward myself.
Strawberry mango.
This is amazing. And with my Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo, I earn a limited 2% cash rewards on purchases.
Really? You call this a workout?
I'm just taking a little break. Then I'll get back after it.
I'm messing with you. Actually, that looks really good.
Make it 2. With the Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo, I earn a limited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply.
Subway's new
You're looking at a third loss, guys.
That doesn't happen very often. We got another football game coming up, guys. 7:30 Eastern on CBS. It's final game of our college football triple header, featuring Pac-12 rivalry between Washington State and Oregon State, right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus to cap off our triple header on this first day of November. Niko Radicic's leg's going to be sore when this one's over. Another kickoff. Iverson Howard on the return. And Iverson got it out around the 28-yard line. Our Discovery updates. Indiana's going to win this in 3 minutes, so they'll be 9-0 and 6-0. Ohio State a win over Penn State today, 8-0 and 5-0. Oregon off today. Michigan at 4-1. Iowa at 4-1. And Maryland will drop its 4th straight game and drop to 4-4 overall.
Interesting part of that schedule coming up, I think, is Michigan. Okay, one loss there in position. Their schedule: Purdue, Northwestern, Maryland, and Ohio State at home. They really control their destiny.
Christian Martin is in at quarterback for the Terps. He'll hand it off to Iverson Howard. And Malik Washington's final numbers on the day. Well, he's had better days, and there will be better days ahead, I'm sure, but right around 50%. 242 yards, had that one long one to the tight end, but 2 interceptions kind of killed him early in the game.
He did. I thought they were all earned interceptions, by the way. Pressure on him on the first one. I thought he threw a good ball. I would have thrown that ball. I thought it was 50-50 at least. He threw for over 200 again and had his touchdown pass. I think there's a lot of potential there. Going to be days like this. They just aren't as good as IU.
That's right. Howard, a couple more. Some of the backups on both sides playing as hard as they can as we take it down to the 2-minute timeout.
A lot of talk about the 3 locks for the playoffs. Well, Oregon has 3 tough games left. USC, Iowa, and Washington. 2 of them on the road. Not done.
Mendoza's still talking it over. The Terps on homecoming. Going to come up on the short end here in a couple of minutes.
I'm stumped. Friendly and
show.
How about that comeback Army had late, huh?
Yeah. Big win for Coach Monken. Yep. As they beat Air Force today in our first game of our triple header. Yeah, the Hoosier fans are hanging around. A lot of Maryland fans have headed home. Christian Martin in the shotgun, and he's going to keep it. Heading for the first down marker and got there. Let's check in with Jenny.
Well, as we all know, Indiana on the road yesterday for Halloween. Coach Cignetti said, you know, he had some fond memories of the holiday from his own childhood. His mom used to make him homemade Superman and Batman costumes. I love the look that we are giving him here on our screen right now. In true Cignetti fashion, though, he said he always has his eye on the prize, saying the costume wasn't as important as getting all the candy. His favorite candy, Snickers and Reese's, guys.
Well, he looked pretty buff in that costume right there, and I would say not Superman so much, but since he's arrived, it's been Shazam.
Well, I would say that the way he's coaching, that's about how he looks, don't you think?
Yeah, he's got some of those dollar bills stuffed in the bicep.
Absolutely.
Area.
About 11 million of them.
Final minute and a half. And throw complete and a wide out screen. And Jamari Powell Watson Redshirt freshman catch.
And one more thing about this Maryland team. They came in last in the Big Ten in rushing. They rushed for 37 yards. Their biggest other area they needed to do it was red zone offense. Remember, they get down early. They don't score a touchdown. They're 133rd in red zone offense. Both of the areas that have been a problem come up and bite them in this game.
Throw on a slant, complete, same guy. Oh, that's a late hit.
Oh, yeah.
Got to be a flag there, doesn't there?
Ruling on the field was that the wide receiver made a catch and was down prior to the ball coming out. First down.
I don't know if they called targeting late on the play, but Heath Kaiser, number 30, is it 38? 38, I'm sorry, Connell.
Might have been out.
After the play was over, personal foul, defense number 33. That 15-yard penalty is enforced from the dead ball spot and includes an automatic first down.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, Garrett
didn't see the ball come out.
Now, was his knee down on the play? Does it make any difference? Because I think the ball is out and IU has it.
I think after looking at it again, I think the ball was out and it shouldn't have been a personal foul because he was going after the football.
That's what I think too. And he has the ball. This is very interesting. See if Gene didn't leave us.
The ruling on the field of a catch.
If I was Gene, I'd have
prior
left.
to the ball being fumbled is under further review.
Would you have left if you were Gene?
Absolutely. Gene's going up. Gene's
He's
going.
here.
I got
All
Buffalo and Kansas City tomorrow. I got things to do. Yeah, and he's with us. We're kidding around. Gene's with us. Gene, what'd you see there?
I would never leave you guys. You make an interesting point, though. This player doesn't appear to me to be down. Brad, you mentioned this ball comes loose before a body part puts him down by contact. Now you have contact by a player, but you really have a live football and not a player who was down and defenseless by definition now. So there's a lot of elements to this play as it relates to whether this football was officially down.
So let's just assume this was really a close game and it was really important. This would be a huge call. It appears, Gene, that he is going for the hit, but ends up with the ball. So how do you officiate this?
Well, that's a very good point. Naturally, if he's down by contact, it's a late hit. It's unnecessary roughness with the potential of targeting if he makes forcible contact to the head, neck area, because he would be defenseless by definition. In this case, though, with reviewing this and seeing this being a live ball, I don't think, well, you don't have a player who's down officially down by contact, right? So now we have just a hit.
Right. Could you get targeting and the fumble recovery on the same play?
I don't know that that would, Gary, I don't know that you could get targeting out of this, because if this is a fumble and a loose ball, he's really not a player down by contact and defenseless, right? I mean, unless you think it's very egregious.
Yeah.
But a lot of layers on this play without a question of a doubt. I think my question is, if you rule fumble here, can you remove what you think was a late hit after the play was over?
Yeah, I mean, again, it doesn't matter here, but in a big game, a big call.
After further review, the ball was fumbled, and the ball was recovered by Indiana. There is no personal foul for a late hit, as the player from Indiana was attempting to recover the fumble. First down and 10, Indiana.
See, I think after seeing it, when I called it, I said I thought it was a late hit, but I didn't see the ball come out. I agree with that 100%.
The only thing I think, Ness, is I thought the guy was going for the hit and ended up with the ball. He didn't know it was a fumble.
Well, it was starting to come out. I don't know if his eyes are that quick. That's pretty bang, bang.
Yeah. Oh, well, we found out.
Either way, Indiana's got the ball back, and they can set up victory formation for Grant Wilson, who's in at quarterback. We've seen both Mendoza's, and now Grant Wilson takes a knee, gets a snap. And we'll have one more of those. And that'll be the final one. And Indiana on the road, they're still perfect. 9-0 overall, 6-0 in Big Ten play. And both the Mendoza brothers with good games. And Curt Cignetti is now 20-2 as Indiana's coach. You see Coach Locksley with a handshake out at midfield. Final 55-10 Indiana. Coach Cignetti's with Jenny Dell.
Hey, Coach, you said you wanted to put a dagger in this one. You feel like you accomplished that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, defense created 5 turnovers tonight. They were #1 in the country going into the game in turnover ratio. Offense rushed for 370 yards. And those are 2 big things, and it's a good win.
You start this game without Fisher. Elijah Surratt goes down, Turner goes down. In the 4th, you have your second stringers, and you did not miss a beat. How does that speak to the depth of this program?
Well, I mean, there's some areas we're thin. Don't get me. But the one thing our guys do, they play every play like it's nothing, regardless of the score. I give them a lot of credit for that. So that was good to see.
You talk about standard over scoreboard. How did that show up today?
Well, it showed up in the 4th quarter. And then you got a guy like Devin Boykin goes in from rover to free. Very first play, strips a guy, picks it up, runs for a touchdown. And then Baldwin, who went in at rover the very next play, right, he strips a guy, fumble. So, a lot of good stuff, but things to clean up.
Good stuff. Great win. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
55-10 is the final as Indiana continues to roll. In this college football season, they start off November, kind of how they started off late in August. And now it's time for the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike Subs. Don Fisher's got that scoop and score that Coach Sig just talked about.
Washington ready to take the snap. Does so. And this time he's going to carry it himself. And he fumbled the football. It's picked up by Indiana's Devin Boykin. Down to the 10. 5. Touchdown! Devin Boykin picks up a fumble and runs it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Does that sound like a guy that's been doing it for 53 years? Still doing it just as well 53 years later. Good call, Don. That's it. 55-10, our final. Going to wrap it up for Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, Gene Steratore, our entire CBS crew. Brad Nessler saying so long from College Park. Final score, Indiana 55, Maryland 10. Don't forget, stay tuned for more college football action tonight on CBS. Washington State taking on Oregon State. Pac-12 rivalry to cap off our triple header on CBS today. But first, we're going to send you back over to Adam Zucker and company, the U.S. Army postgame show. That's coming up right after these messages. See you next Saturday. Somewhere, not sure yet where.
Me up every time he would get up. I'm very